Hey there guys, welcome back. My name's sadaplays. I hope you're all well. In today's video I'm playing some Dayz Overwatch and I'm carrying on my YOLO Bandit style. And if you look below me right now, you'll see a little sniper down there overlooking Electro. Now one of my favourite things to do if I'm a fresh spawn is get an Electro spawn. Open my parachute really high, maybe 300 or 400 meters high. Drift in over Sniper Hill and you get a really good view down through the trees, and you can pretty much always see snipers there if they're camping Electro, and all you do is you remember their location, steer your parachute near them, land, silently walk up, kill them, and boom, you've got yourself a decent sniper rifle. So the video starts off where I've done exactly this. So there you go, got myself a decent sniper rifle now, and it's time to head up north. But before that, I'll show you a couple of occasions where this tactic has worked for me before. Alright buddy. So it's time to start heading up north. I've got myself a decent gun, and one of the things I love about heading up north is you never know what to expect next. And I wasn't expecting to meet the man who wouldn't die and the glitcher squad. So after a little stop off at Starry, I managed to get that guy, and then I found myself a BTR. Now there's two things that I just love in Dayz. One thing is sniping people from a long way away, and another thing is getting a big gun on a vehicle and trying to shoot down some choppers. So I made my way to the northwest airfield, and while I was waiting for some choppers to come in to land or someone trying to take off in a chopper, I noticed some aggro at the northern end of the airfield. So after taking that guy out, it was time to try and shoot down some of them annoying choppers that always buzz around the northwest airfield. So after not managing to actually shoot down the chopper at the northwest airfield, I thought I'd head up to a place where I hadn't been before, and that was Survivor City, right up the north of the map, and I was pretty sure there was bound to be some choppers around up there, and it wasn't too long before I heard one coming in. After getting some really good hits on that chopper, I knew I'd severely damaged him, and then out the corner of my eye I started to see the chopper coming down to land, so I started to get in position, and all I had to do was shoot this chopper as it landed, and this guy was done. What I didn't realise was that when they landed in a donator's base, and as soon as they land in there they've pretty much got God mode on, so they can't be killed at all. And I didn't realise this, so I carried on shooting. I tried to snipe them, and in the end it dawned on me what was going on. Oh well, live and learn. So I carried on from that situation, and it wasn't long before I started hearing some shots down in Survivor City. After running over that guy in the tree there, he must have been bird watching or something, I started to hear a gyrocopter coming over, and I didn't have any more ammo left in my BTR, so I decided to try and snipe this guy. So a little lesson I learnt there was, even though I do quite like music, it's probably not the right time to listen to it when somebody's trying to shoot me in the face. Who puts car stereos in BTRs anyway? That's just crazy talk. Anyway, so we moved on from that situation, and I found myself down south, and I started to try and look for a vehicle to try and get back up north as soon as possible. But as you guys know, down south can be a pretty strange place. I then stumbled across an armoured SUV that decided to mess with the wrong chopper that day. After surviving a bit of the madness down south, I finally got that vehicle, and I decided to head up to the northeast airfield to try and get some good weapons and get into some trouble. But before that, I had to YOLO it through Electro and Cherno. When I got to the northeast airfield, as I was approaching the airfield, I noticed some smoke from a chopper crash, and I was just on my way over to that chopper crash when I started to hear a chopper above me, and obviously this chopper had noticed this chopper crash, so he started to set off flares, which indicated to me that there was a squad there, and he was marking a location so his squad could come and check out this chopper crash. So I knew I was was in for a bit of a fight here. When I started to move into the airfield, I started to see other players scouting around the outskirts of the airfield. I watched that player go into the fire station there, and I was just waiting for the right time to take a shot at this guy, and it seems like somebody else was looking at me, waiting for the right time to have a shot at me. Just as I was about to shoot that guy in the fire station, someone shot at me and hit me pretty damn good. And also an MK17 sniper started shooting back at the guy that shot at me. But one thing I knew for absolute certain was I was really hurt, and it wouldn't be long before they come in to try and finish me off. After luckily managing to survive that situation, I blood bagged up, I got morphine out of that guy's backpack, I found myself some camo clothing, and then I headed over to the northwest airfield where suddenly everything fell into place with flying, and suddenly I became an absolute professional flyer. Finally, I can leave all the death and destruction on the ground below. I'm like a bird, I'm free, I'm flying in the air. This is amazing. This flying thing isn't so hard. Check this out, guys. Yeah, this is sadaplays coming in for an attack. We're gonna die, motherfuckers. Easy, yeah. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh. So, yeah, that happened, guys. Maybe I do need a little bit more practice at flying. At least I got a bit better at taking off. That's a positive thing. Anyway, so I headed up to the northwest airfield again after finding some cool stalker clothing, and I was about to meet the Glitcher squad. But before that, I heard a little bird helicopter that started coming a little bit too close to me. So, after managing to shoot down that little bird's helicopter, one of the guys was actually knocked out in the middle of the airfield there while he was standing up, and his friend was running around trying to help him. He was probably on TeamSpeak going, "Oh shit, I'm being shot at, there's some guy shooting at me." But unlucky for him, I had plenty of time to range him and then kill him. So, after killing that guy, I moved on up to Survivor City, and it was time to meet the Glitcher Squad. After parachuting out of the plane, I managed to get in position up the hill, which had a really good view overlooking Survivor City, and I could see some zombies, but I just couldn't see the players. And then I spotted a player on top of the fire station roof. So I managed to hit that guy a few times, and I probably broke his legs, but then, like a coward, he rolled into the glitch spot on top of the fire station roof. And to make matters worse, about 5 minutes later, his friend come up, obviously with morphine and a blood bag, and done exactly the same thing. And then 1 minute later, to join the party in the glitch spot, another one of their squad came up to join them. So now we've got a right little party going on inside that glitch spot. There's 3 guys in there with good weapons, and I was really debating what to do. I didn't have any grenades, which would have been great if I could get up there, and I was thinking of just climbing up there, rolling inside and trying to shoot them. It would have been a suicide mission, but at least I would have taught them dirty glitchers a lesson. And while I was thinking about this, another guy decided to join the party. So unfortunately for that guy, he decided to climb the ladder instead of going into the glitch spot, and I managed to get a headshot on that guy and kill him. A few seconds later, I heard a chopper that started coming in, and I knew that these guys in the glitch spot could shoot out of there to hit this guy, and the chopper couldn't do anything about it. I almost felt like warning the guy in the chopper, but before I could say anything, it was too late. These guys were using their glitch spot to shoot out, and with no hope of them being killed. If you look carefully then, you could have seen the smoke coming out from that glitch spot, and these guys are just shooting out there, and the next thing I knew, a chopper come past, and these guys shot at it with their DMRs and their Chaytacs, and they managed to shoot this chopper down. Now, I don't mind guys shooting down choppers, I don't mind people outnumbering other people. Do whatever you want to do, be a dirty bandit, I don't care. But there's one thing that I do hate, and that is cheaters and glitchers. And these guys, in my mind, are just cowards. So I was going to go and try and kill these guys, and I knew it was a suicide mission, but I just had to try. And as soon as I was just about to move, one of them guys made a big mistake and left his little glitch spot. After getting killed by the glitch squad then, I started to see in side chat that some of the guys in that squad were at the northwest airfield. So I geared up, I went up there and I was looking for revenge on these guys. But when I got there, the only thing I found was the man who wouldn't die. In my mind, I just shot this guy in the head, and it was just a matter of time before I saw a death message, and hopefully that death message was from one of the glitch squad. But I couldn't have been more wrong. This guy, it just pissed him off me shooting him, and now I was in some serious trouble. Now, I don't know if you guys saw my previous video where I killed Chuck Norris. Well, maybe I didn't kill him, and this really is Chuck Norris. And now, this guy knows my location, and he just wants to kill me so bad. And I was scanning around looking for this guy, and suddenly I saw him looking right at me. I then started to hear a little bird's helicopter, and I took my eyes off of the fire station there, and I looked up at the helicopter, and the next thing I know, Chuck Norris had disappeared. But it wasn't too long before he appeared even closer.
What up? Are you the one with the SD that shot me like 6 times and didn't kill me?
There was no need for words anymore. The line had been drawn in the sand. He'd shot at me, I'd shot at him, and the only words that were going to come now is when the bullets did the talking. One of us wasn't going to make it out of this situation, so it was time to get this party started.
Well, that was rude. You should have stood up and finished me there. Snapped my leg and I was crawling. Fire in the hole, buddy. That's bad news for you. How did that not hit you? That was like a badass grenade. I was really proud of that. That had to have affected you in some way. Dude, you really ought to climb down and get one of those ACRs or something out of the barracks. That SD you got is not working for you. You've shot me now like a dozen times and I'm still kicking.
Had me and Chuck Norris just had a skirmish and he let me live? Surely not. Things seemed to quieten down after he tried to grenade me and after I shot him and broke his legs. I'd hit this guy so many times with the SD, I just didn't know how he was still alive. Everything seemed quiet now. Maybe he'd run off and things were safe for me. Or maybe not. Now, I just couldn't work out where the hell these shots were coming from. I've never been shot at that kind of angle when I've been on top of that fire station. He must have been high, but there's nowhere to get high to shoot at me. I was so confused and I just didn't have a clue where these shots were coming from until I spotted Chuck Norris. Now, I know from previous experience in Arma that if someone's aiming at you and you're in this position I'm in at the moment, they will 100% kill you every time, because by the time it takes you to sit up, they've already took the shot and killed you. So I had to wait for the perfect time to take the shot on this guy, and that was when he wasn't looking, or when a zombie climbed up the ladder and distracted him. Who am I kidding? Chuck Norris was always going to win that situation. GG, sir, GG. I really did enjoy that little confrontation with that guy. Maybe them glitches should take a little leaf out of that guy's book. Anyway, I heard that Chuck Norris once had a street named after him, but they had to change the name of the street because nobody crosses Chuck Norris and lives. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, if you did enjoy it, maybe give us a little like or a comment. That just shows me that I'm doing the right thing for you guys. I am sorry I haven't uploaded so much in the last couple of weeks. I have just moved into my new house, so it's been a bit busy moving all the stuff and sorting everything out. But I'm settled now and I've got good fast internet, so I can upload more videos and start live streaming a lot more. So thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.